The safe and effective use of forklifts is a necessary part of our business. We recognize that not using them correctly can pose a significant danger. Whether you're a new or an experienced forklift operator, you need to remain aware of the fact that they can pose a safety hazard, and always remember to follow some important operating and maintenance procedures. When forklift injuries occur, they're usually serious given the tremendous weight of these powerful machines. That's why all employees must comply with the regulations, policies, and procedures, and operate within the parameters of training and certifications at all times. Employees must be trained to work safely with forklifts, not just when they're hired, but periodically thereafter. Refresher training for the experienced operator is just as important as first-time training for new employees. Here are 10 things every forklift operator must be sure to do. Number 1. Inspect your forklift daily. Although forklifts are rugged and designed to perform tasks, each time they are used they can be damaged or have significant wear and tear in a variety of ways. That's why inspection is critical. At the start of each shift, perform both a visual inspection of the general condition and cleanliness of the lift truck, as well as an operational check to test its proper functioning. If you notice anything that may affect the normal operation of the forklift, immediately inform your supervisor. Number 2. Only trained and authorized personnel can operate a forklift. No one must ride or operate a forklift truck except for a trained forklift operator who is able to maintain control of the forklift and operate it smoothly when stopping, starting, lifting, and tilting. Number 3. Take care while traveling. Keep your hands, arms, head, feet, and legs inside the forklift truck, traveling with forks as low as possible from the floor and tilted back. Decrease speed at all corners. Sound the horn and watch the swing of both the rear of the lift truck and the load. Avoid sudden stops. If the load blocks your vision, travel slowly in reverse. Always look in the direction of travel. Keep an eye out for oil spots, wet spots, loose objects, holes, rough surfaces, people and vehicles on the floor or roadway. To ensure the safety of others, know the blind spots of the lift truck, with and without a load. When anyone crosses the route being traveled, stop the forklift. Lower the load to the floor and wait until passage is clear. Number 4. Be extra careful on an incline. Keep the forklifts pointed downhill without a load and pointed uphill with a load. Do not attempt to turn the lift truck until it's on level ground. Number 5. Watch your steering. Support the load by front wheels and turn with the rear wheels. Do not turn the steering wheel sharply when traveling fast. If the lift truck is overloaded, steering will be difficult. Do not exceed load limits and don't add a counterweight as an attempt to improve steering. Number 6. Use correct loading technique. It's important to know the recommended load limit of the forklift, shown on the data plate, and the capacity of the fork, and to never exceed these limits. Position the load according to the recommended load center. Do not add extra weight to counterbalance an overload. Keep the load close to the front wheels to keep the lift truck stable. When inserting the fork, keep the mast of the forklift in an upright position before inserting the fork into a pallet. Level the fork before inserting it. Number 7. Raise the load in the proper manner. Do not raise or lower the fork unless the lift truck is stopped. Avoid lifting a load that extends above the load backrest if there's any risk of the load, or part of it, sliding back toward the operator. Check for adequate overhead clearance before raising a load. Lift the load straight up, then tilt back slightly. Watch that the load doesn't catch on adjacent loads or obstructions. Don't back up until the forks are free. Remember that when a load is raised, the lift truck is less stable. The operator must stay on the forklift when the load is in a raised position. Don't allow anyone to stand or walk under the elevated part of the forklift, whether it's loaded or unloaded. Number 8. Handle pallets with care. Ensure that forks are level and high enough to go into the pallet, and that they go all the way under the load. Forks must be the proper width to provide even weight distribution. Avoid trying to move or adjust any part of the load, the forklift, or the surroundings when on the forklift. Do not use pallets elevated by forklifts as an improvised working platform. Number 9. Be sure to park properly. Park only in an approved location. When leaving the forklift unattended, secure it by setting the brakes, lowering the forks or load to the floor, neutralizing the controls, and turning off the motor switch. Number 10. Be aware when loading or unloading straight trucks or tractor trailers. Check that the height of the vehicle's entrance door clears the forklift height by at least 5 centimeters or 2 inches. Make sure floors can support the combined weight of the forklift and the load. Inspect the vehicle's interior for trash, loose objects and obstructions, holes in the floor, and poor lighting. Install non-slip material in any area that could be a slipping hazard. There may be other items that you come across where you are unsure or have questions. If this happens, or if you notice a hazard that has gone unaddressed, then report it immediately to your supervisor, who will take the time to go over the issue or concern. If you want more info or have questions, then contact HR using the information on your screen. We believe if we work together and all do our part, then it's possible for all to remain healthy and safe. Following these steps we've just identified will help you do just that.